What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Courtside with Camden. I'm your host, Anna. And today we have with us a guest that I'm guessing you guys all already know. This girl has 6.5 million TikTok followers. It is Katie Feeney. Welcome to Courtside, Katie.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited.
Of course. So obviously, I usually bring on here athletes and coaches, and you are neither one of those. But in your short time at Penn State so far, you have made quite a name with yourself working with Penn State football. So talk to me about that experience for you.
Yeah, I started like right before football season began, and the first game I was in the student section because I just wanted to kind of experience that. But since then I've been like interning with them, so I've been like filming content for them, and basically I just record during the game and I love it. And so I've been on the field since like the second game, and it's just like the best experience ever. It is so unreal.
I bet. So did they reach out to you for that opportunity?
Yeah, it was like I had like an introduction with them, and then like we talked, and then I started working with them.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, the content that you've been producing, the one walkout video, was so cool. It like literally gave me chills. What's been your favorite game so far?
The whiteout, for sure.
Yeah, I expected that answer.
Yeah, the stripe out was cool too, though. But the whiteout was definitely like the best game because it was like more of like a close game, so it was like, very exciting.
How has been like working in that close contact with the players and the coaches been so far?
Everyone is so nice. Like everyone I've talked to. Yeah, I feel like I haven't met a ton of the players yet, but the people that I have met, they're very nice.
So obviously you came into college. You're a freshman now. You came into college with 6 million TikTok followers. I think you're at what, 6.566 now. How did that whole thing start for you? Walk us through that.
Yeah, so I started social media a while ago. I was in like 7th or 8th grade, and then it really started, I guess, like I started building this following like just like the past 2 years, and that's when I started taking it more seriously. I opened up an LLC because I started getting these brand deals, so it definitely became more of a career and like a business for me. And then like college was always in the picture for me. A lot of people are like, why are you in college? Like you have a job, you don't need to go to college. But I mean, I love creating content, but I also need the normalcy of like going to school, having friends that don't like all do social media. So yeah, it's been definitely a really cool experience, and I don't know, I'm happy to be here while doing it.
No, I mean, I love that you still made the choice to come to school. I think the experience of itself, like you said, is going to pay off. And obviously Penn State's like the best place to be. So why would you not come here?
It's the best.
How has it been, like the reception with that following coming into your freshman class?
Good, and like I don't know. I think for the most part it's like very good. It's just something I have to get used to because I mean, people knew me from where I was from, but that's because they've known me my whole life. And like, when you're in like I lived in like kind of like a small town. So when someone has like a TikTok following or like something like that, everyone's aware of it. But coming here, like, oh, it's people from different states. Not a lot of people that I've met from Maryland. So I was like, oh, people probably won't really know me. Because I'm not like one of the people in like the big group of like the most famous TikTokers. So I was like, oh, people won't know me. But the word just travels fast. And I think most people are really nice about it and they'll come up to me, but I definitely do get lots of stares, and like I'll hear people whispering or pointing, and I'm just like, I always tell people, I'm like, I'm normal. I'm not some like weird TikToker, because I think there's definitely like that stereotype that comes along with it.
Oh, for sure.
But I mean, it's been pretty good. It's just, I have to get used to it.
I bet it can be overwhelming at times. It's actually funny because in one of my classes, the day after we had posted those TikToks that we did together, my professor was like, Anna, you know Katie Feeney. Like, this is weird.
None of my professors have said anything to me. So I'm like wondering if
I wonder if they know.
But I also kind of funny. Like, I like hide in like the back corner because I don't know. I don't like when people see me. Like someone like told me the other day that someone like posted in their private story, like taking photos of me in class. Like that's what I don't like. I don't like when people take pictures of me without me knowing. That's like my
for sure
favorite thing.
It's like an invasion of privacy, but it also kind of it comes with the following. Which is
exactly. I can't like expect anything different. So.
Yeah. Speaking of the negative things that come with the following and social media, negative comments and hateful things are literally inevitable, being a social media presence. How do you deal with those things?
I try not to look through I respond to comments and stuff, but I just try not to take like the hateful ones seriously. For the most part, my comments are pretty positive because like my following, I have a lot of young followers and they're like I guess like my fan base. I don't like using words.
You can call them, I call them my friends. I call them my friends.
Yeah, my friends, well, if there's like negative comments, they'll just like spam the comments or like they'll respond to them and like stick up for me, which is always so cute. But yeah, I mean, I get more hurt when it's people my age. That's like, or like people I know, as opposed to like some random person online, because people say stuff online all the time. I mean, when you're hiding behind like a screen, you can say whatever you want. So I don't 100%. Know. I just try to, I guess, ignore it and know that people probably have stuff going on in their own lives. And if they really take the time to like comment something negative, and then like, what are they doing?
So you kind of just touched on this yourself, but what are the best and worst parts of being an influencer?
The best parts are the opportunities, the brands I've been able to work with. Like obviously, like now it's a job, so I make money from it. And just like meeting people is my favorite thing, and knowing that I'm making a positive impact on other people's lives. Like that's like, it's like the best reward. And when I meet like my young followers or people in person and I see how they react, like girls will cry, they'll like, I'll like make their like year. And that's like the best feeling ever, because I mean, I remember looking up to like people, like celebrities. I'm not a celebrity, but like if I were to meet someone that I loved, like it was the best thing ever. So that's my favorite part. I guess like the downside is it is very stressful and hard to manage. I think people don't realize how stressful it is because it seems easy. Like it's like, oh, you just film whatever, but like working with brands, sometimes you have to take a video and they don't like it and then you have to do it again.
Oh yeah, that's so frustrating.
Process. It can be really frustrating, especially when you have classes and other stuff to do. So that's a downside. And then just, I mean, I've always been known as like the TikToker or like the Musical.ly girl. So it's like part of my identity now, which I don't love because I'm so much more than just that. So that's like I guess like the biggest downside, but I've started so early, so I've never really known anything different. Like all throughout high school, I was known as like the social media girl. So
yeah, I mean that's great. I love when you said like you're so much more than that, because I feel like people don't realize that everything that we show on social media, that's not our entire lives.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
To you it might be, but there's so much more that goes on behind the scenes, good and bad, that never, makes it onto social media. And that's obviously our right to keep things private.
Right.
But it's so real because I think people oftentimes forget that.
Yeah. I'm like, I have bad days all the time. I just don't show it.
Yeah.
I'm like a very family friendly like creator. And obviously you like have to keep stuff clean as well. So I think that's when people I feel like will like hate on me because I'm not showing like, I guess like all sides of me, but I also like really can't because I don't know. I'm just like, I'm very. You
want to promote positivity.
Yeah, exactly. So I think people will get like annoyed about that sometimes, but that's what I do. And if they don't like it, then they don't
follow me.
Don't follow me.
Exactly. You can hit the unfollow anytime you want. You mentioned that you had like celebrities or role models that you looked up to when you were kind of starting all of this. Who were those people to you?
Oh my gosh, I'm trying to think. I feel like I remember like I was like the biggest Taylor Swift fan.
Oh, same.
That was when I was like younger. It was a lot of like artists and stuff like that. Now I definitely like one of the people I'm looking up to the most is Erin Andrews because I would love to do something similar to what she's doing. Yeah, I mean, I feel like YouTubers, like I love Emma Chamberlain. Like when I was starting off, we're like the same age pretty much. So I was like, if she can do it, then like maybe I can do it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like anyone that does want to start social media, it seriously can happen to anyone. Like it can happen overnight now. Especially
with the amount of different platforms that are out there, like literally like that. So how has the transition been for you from college into high school?
Or
high school into college. Yeah. I'm gonna re-ask that. Sorry. I was like, wait a second. So how has the transition been for you from high school into college? Regardless of social media, you are still just someone leaving their hometown. How has the homesickness been? Talk me through that.
It's gotten a lot better. The first few weeks were very hard. I'm a bit of a homebody. Now I'm not as much, but like I love being with my family and like
Yeah.
having like movie nights. That's my favorite thing ever. So
Favorite movie? Favorite movie?
oh, I love the Harry Potter movies. That's like that was like my like most recent obsession because I like rewatched all of them.
Okay.
But and like any like Marvel movie. I don't know. I love
Oh my God, Katie, we're having a Marvel marathon.
Yes,
ASAP.
can we need to any day.
Yes, we do.
But yeah, I think the thing that helped me the most was staying busy. But like after like the first couple days of school, because since I moved in, those were so crazy and hectic. So I wasn't really thinking about home or anything. It was just like overwhelming. I'm in a new place. But then it like hit me and I'm like, wait, I'm actually in college. I feel like it just hit me like a week ago, or like the first football game. I was like, wow, I'm actually a college student now. And I'm not just like at summer camp. Like I'm going home. I'm not going home.
Like this is permanent right now.
Yeah. And it took me so long to like actually process that. But I mean, I miss my dogs. I miss my parents and yeah, my friends. But other than that, I'm a pretty independent person. So I love like the freedom and independence I have here. And it's helpful to have time to just like work on myself and like discover myself, like without like the comfort of being home and having like your parents helping you out with everything. So that's I think like really important, and I like that about college. So I'm good now.
I love to hear that. We love it. Obviously there's always a rough patch in the transition. I had it. I probably have it every year when I leave to come back for like the whole school year and my whole basketball season. Every time I have like I'm kind of sad, and then I'm fine, but we reset every year. Yeah,
it's sad. Or like my mom, when she came up to visit, like when she left, I like haven't been that upset in a long time because I was like, oh my God, wait, now that I know what it's like when she's here, and then she left, I was like, this is so horrible. Like I don't want you to leave.
Literally.
So that was hard. But I mean, as long as I stay busy, it's the times where I'm like not doing anything, and then I just start thinking, and then I get like sad. But as long as I'm busy, just got to keep doing stuff.
And lucky for you, you probably have a very busy life. Walk me through what a day in your typical life is.
I always wake up. I mean, this probably isn't early for you because you're an athlete, but I'll wake up at 7, and that's when I'll do like any editing, or I usually like, stuff that I film the day before I'll edit, and then I'll start like posting stuff. So like on YouTube Shorts, I try to post in the morning, or like you can schedule posts. So I'll do that when I wake up. Then I'll go to class until like Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I have class from like 9 to, and then I have like a short break, and then until 3:30. So I'll go to class, and then normally I'll like film stuff, film any brand deals, and then get dinner, edit, or do homework, and then I just, go to bed and repeat. And then I'll go to the gym at some point in the day whenever I have time.
What's your workout routine?
I'll like start like warming up on the treadmill, do a little run or like incline walk, and then I'll try to do like 5 different exercises, whether it's like leg day, arm day, and like I'll like incorporate like dumbbells or machines or whatever, and then I'll just normally like cool down walking on the treadmill. Or like, I don't know, if I'm feeling crazy, maybe I'll do something else. Depends on the day.
That's fun.
I walk so much anyways. I'm like, what do I really even have to do at the gym?
No, swear. We walk a lot here at Penn State, but honestly, like the campus is so beautiful. Sometimes I will be walking and I will just look around and be like, wow, I am so blessed to go to a campus that looks like this.
Yeah, I love it. I actually enjoy the walks, unless it's like I'm walking to Target, which is really far from my dorm because there's nowhere else to get groceries. So I'll walk to Target, and then I'll be like carrying them on the way back, and it's so exhausting.
I bet. So what organizations, clubs, or anything have you gotten involved with so far at school?
So football, and then with Thon, I'm like been talking to Thon, so I'm gonna try to get more involved. Tomorrow I'm doing the Thon 5K.
Oh wow,
really
awesome.
Excited. Yeah, I haven't ran a 5K in a long time, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I'll probably get involved with some like more things as the time goes on. I went to the involvement fair and I like signed up for so many things, but then I just never followed through with it because it was so much.
Yeah, I bet. It's a lot to manage.
Yeah, but I don't know. I like things that make the school feel smaller. So like football, I love helping out with them. And then just like anything, because I mean it's a big school, so I think it's hard to find people when you're just surrounded by literally like there's like almost like 10,000 freshmen. So
yeah.
it's
it's crazy.
Very overwhelming.
I always think of it like I can pass 20 people on my walk to class one day and I will never see those people ever again in my entire life. Yeah. It's just like crazy to think about.
Yeah, and there's some people that I know they go here, but I've never seen them ever. And I'm like, yeah, it's impossible because I see the same people all the time, I feel like. And then there's some people that I've just never seen. And I'm like, wait, do you actually go here? Like people from my high school, and I just have never seen them.
Yeah, facts. What if you could go back to high school, what's something that you would change or do differently?
I think I really let like my like I guess like my peers, like the other students, like get to me because I got made fun of a lot in high school, and it like really took a toll on me. For a while I like completely stopped social media because I was doing it freshman year, and then I took like 6 months just not really posting. I'd post like here and there, but like luckily I ended up getting back into it, but I like almost just completely like I stopped doing what I loved because other people like gave me a hard time about it. And I'm like, luckily I got back into it because I could have missed like an opportunity, like the opportunities I have now. If I hadn't gotten back into it, I would have never experienced this. So I would have just told myself, it gets better. Who cares what they think? Honestly, like if it makes you happy, then do it because people are gonna hate regardless. And like in anything you do in life, not everyone is gonna love you. Not everyone's gonna be happy for you. Majority of people probably won't, but there are good people. And I think it's important just to like find your people. And I had a really strong support system, like my friends, my family. So that helped a lot. But I would just say, forget them, do what you want to do, because I mean, everything that happened in high school now, I'm like looking back on it and it doesn't matter. Like in the moment, it seems so important, but then you go to college and none of it matters.
Yeah. I mean, that's so real. And I think like so many people can relate to that. It's so important. And I always say like something that I have learned as a leader for my basketball team, being on social media, all of it is that like, you have to decide what your sense of self is, what you're passionate about, what you're willing to sacrifice your time for. And once you choose those like core values, stick to them. And you have to decide that like, no matter what anyone says about those things, it's not going to faze you. Because like at the end of the day, you have to be able to go to sleep at night with your head on that pillow and sleep peacefully, knowing that you stuck to yourself, you were who you wanted to be, and you didn't let anyone change that. And I think just deciding like who you want to be is so important, and then sticking to that. So you mentioned that you want to go into broadcast journalism, sports reporting, whatever it might be. What is inspired you to reach for that dream?
I always wanted to do something where I'd be on air, like on screen, whether it's like a TV host or like e-commerce stuff.
Yeah.
But it was really like coming here, I hadn't really thought too much about sports broadcasting. I just knew I wanted to do something on air, like maybe like the news or something like that. But then when I started like working with football, or like right before then, I like, because Penn State's a huge football school and like I love sports. So like, wait, like I can kind of like use what I'm doing now to progress into something bigger. So I think it's just like next steps, like what else can I do? Like I want to do more than what I'm just doing now, because I love what I'm doing now, but I think like it's important to have a degree and have like something else, because social media is unpredictable. And I think like
facts.
I mean, I love filming content, but at the same time, I feel like when I'm like 30 years old, I don't think I'm going to be wanting to film like TikToks all day. Like I think I need like something more than that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe filming TikToks would be fun as a mom. I mean, I could have like a little family channel.
Oh, I could totally see you doing that.
I think I would love that. I don't know. I'm just going to see where it goes, try different things. I'm definitely open-minded. So if sports broadcasting doesn't work out, then I'm willing to try other things. But yeah, I'm excited to see where it all goes. It's crazy.
I love that. If you could give one piece of advice to any of your fans that follow you, anyone who might be going through a tough time, or seeing negative comments like we so often see, what would that advice be?
I kind of said this earlier, but just know that like everyone has stuff going on in their lives, and I think that oftentimes people will take it out on other like people online, especially. People are so mean behind the screen, but just know like they wouldn't say it if you were like face to face with that person. They wouldn't say it, and oftentimes it's just like it doesn't mean anything. Like people don't actually hate you or think this and that. So I think like ultimately it just comes down to doing what you want to do. If you're happy doing something, then do it. Like people are going to give you a hard time, and people are going to like criticize you, but that's just life. People are going to do that. No, like in any career, like stuff you do, people are going to say stuff. So just like what you said, Anna, just know what, like you have to take time to figure out what you want, like what's your goal in life, and then just pursue it. Because shoot big, because a lot of like my followers, they want to get into social media and they're like, how do I do it? Is it even possible? Because it seems very hard to grasp when you're like looking at people that are already there.
Yeah.
But it's just like you have to start from like the first step and just keep trying, because it can happen to anyone.
I love what you said. Like at the end of the day, what the people are commenting or might be saying about you or what you look like or what you're doing, like they commented that, and we've talked about this before, but they comment that and then they forget about it 5 seconds later.
Yeah.
But it stays in our mind for the next 2 weeks. Like, oh, I can't believe they thought that about me. So there's so much power in just letting that go and not giving people that hold and control over you 100%.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, we're going to wrap this up with a quick game, or this or that. Are you ready, Katie?
I am ready.
Okay, Christmas or Thanksgiving?
Christmas.
Exams or essays?
Essays.
Dunkin' or Starbucks?
Starbucks.
Whiteout or stripe out? You kind of answered this.
Whiteout.
Instagram or TikTok?
TikTok.
I figured. Last one, stay in or go out?
Stay in, I think.
Okay, you said you were a homebody.
I think stay in.
We're gonna have that Marvel marathon soon.
Yes, please.
Oh my gosh. All right, Katie. Well, thank you so much for hopping on. Everyone, if you're not already, go follow Katie on TikTok and Instagram. It was a pleasure having you on the show.
Thank you. I'll come again anytime.
Yep. Thanks, y'all. Tune into the next episode of Courtside with Camden.